All right, so Zoro versus Law, right? I'm not even gonna make a script for this video. This is gonna be just a rant. I'm gonna go on a rant for a couple of minutes and thoroughly and easily explain why Law is not as strong as Zoro. Not even Kid is as strong as Zoro. Starting off the bat, I just want to talk about portrayal. Some people think that Law and Kid have a better portrayal than Zoro. Not even close. Let's start with Kid. When we first met him, he was, rivaling with Luffy at a higher bounty because he murdered people and blah, blah, blah. Kid has always been portrayed as closer to Luffy than Law has, at least in the pre-time skip. So, that gave people the evidence, okay, well, he's stronger than Zoro, especially during pre-time skip because, Zoro didn't have haki. So Kid's Devil Fruit would have been super effective on Zoro. But now let's talk about right now. Kid has had Conqueror's haki for so long. We get to Wano, and whose Conqueror's haki is stronger, Zoro or Kid's? And this is literally the first arc Zoro has ever even used it. And it's stronger than Kid's, way stronger than Kid's. Kid doesn't even know what advanced Conqueror's haki is. Zoro didn't even know what it was, but he accidentally used it. And obviously part of this is thanks to Enma. But again, if you're giving all the credit to Enma, it's a bad argument because unless Enma grows legs and jumps up and starts cutting Kaido by itself, no, Enma is not the reason Zoro is strong. It's Enma and Zoro. It's not just Enma doing everything. You know what I mean? Zoro is putting in his own work. He's putting in his own haki, and he did have to train with the sword. So I don't know why people go above and beyond to downplay Zoro's achievements, but let's keep going. Now let's talk about the Wano arc. Let's just drop the feats, all right? So so before I even drop any of their feats, I want people to understand two things. Big Mom and Kaido, right? Very, very durable, easily the most durable characters in the series. However, they are not the same, right? And I know we saw them fight for 3 days straight, but obviously Kaido is stronger. It's very clear because Big Mom is not who she used to be. On a base durability level, Big Mom is not as durable as Kaido. When you compare Big Mom and Kaido's durability, Kaido is actually significantly more durable than Big Mom. You don't need advanced haki to injure Big Mom. You don't need internal damage. You don't need any of that stuff. Kid actually proves this. Kid throws a bunch of metal in Big Mom's face and she's clearly bleeding. She's so affected. She's so hurt, right? Whereas Kaido, this would absolutely do nothing. Literally, if Kid tried to throw a bunch of metal in Kaido's face, he would have laughed at him because it would have done nothing. So let's compare the feats, right? So we have Kid, he did his stuff against Big Mom, yada, yada, yada. Cool. What did he do against Big Mom that tops what Zoro did? Tell me, I'll wait. Because last time I checked, Zoro was scarring Kaido. Kid threw a bunch of metal at someone who was way less durable than Kaido and she bled. Zoro scarred Kaido. And just want to add this, Zoro literally had 20 to 30 broken bones while scarring Kaido because Law himself went downstairs and told Sanji hey, your boy's beaten up. He has broken bones, 20 to 30 to be exact. He just tried to block a really powerful attack, yada, yada, yada. Obviously, Zoro, while scarring Kaido, is even at full strength. And another thing is the reason comparing Kid and Law's feats to Zoro is unfair is because Zoro did this against Kaido by himself. Law was standing behind, Luffy was passed out, and Zoro said, hey, that's my captain. You want to do something to me. Kaido lifts up his club and Zoro, using Ashura, is so fast that he blitzes Kaido in his face. Okay, let me explain this again. Kaido, who is right now the fastest person on the island, Zoro blitzed him and scarred him in his face. Kid and Law are in a 2v1 situation and not all their attacks are directly in her face. It's weird to even try and compare their feats because it's not like it's a 1v1 scenario. Zoro got his feet in a 1v1 and I know Law is there with him. Law did not help him in this situation because after Zoro does this, both Zoro and Law get folded, right? So it's not like Law was helping him. This was Zoro's last attack. Zoro even told Law hey, this is my last attack. After this, I can't really do much, so blah, blah, blah. Kid and Zoro, I don't think many people believe Kid is stronger than Zoro at this point. I think it's very obvious Zoro is stronger than Kid. Big Mom was calling Law's abilities dangerous. She was saying Law is very strong. His abilities are dangerous, yada, yada, yada. And Kid, even when he busted out his new railgun, she said he's weak. She said he's soft. She embarrassed this nigga. So yeah, Kid is a joke. He's a joke. I'm sorry. He's a joke. Law is the person I want to talk about because Law, oh my god, he's one of those characters that, see, One Piece fans, the way they power scale is not like any other verse, right? You go to the Naruto verse, they're using, science, the data books, the guides, they're using all that shit. You go to the Dragon Ball verse, they have their planetary feats, their universal feats, yada, 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 whatever. But when you get to One Piece, the only thing that matters is how cool the character is, how many people love the character, and how cool his writing is. Nobody actually cares about the feats or the strength or the science. What people care about is the cool points. I'm here to gonna debunk all of this. It's a horrible argument to pretend that Law is stronger than Zoro, and it's actually pretty blasphemous. And I'm not saying that Law is weak. I think it's just a really bad argument to make. So let's compare Law's feats to Zoro's feats. Let's look at these two attacks, right? What's the difference between these two attacks? Well, Kaido is harder to damage. Big Mom is not as hard to damage. That's number one, right? What's number two? We don't even know if Big Mom got scarred from this attack because we didn't get to see her after the fact, right? When it comes to Kaido, right? Zoro, with 20 to 30 broken bones, scarred Kaido. He scarred him. So I don't care what Law has done. I'm sorry to tell you, scarring Kaido is probably the hardest thing to do on this island. Damaging Big Mom is not the same as scarring Kaido. It's a whole different ballgame. Just to damage Kaido is harder to do than damaging Big Mom. So to scar Kaido is drastically better than just damaging Big Mom. Law and Kid are fighting together. Back to back, they throw attacks. Like Law throws an attack, Kid throws an attack, then Kid throws an attack, and Law throws an attack, right? So it's not like it's a real 1v1 scenario, right? So it's really hard to compare. So these feats that I keep seeing people use, it's really unfair to use. Now I'm gonna explain something even deeper. This is actually the crux of the argument right here. Let's take away Law's Devil Fruit, right? And let's make Zoro one sword style. Zoro only gets to use one sword and Law has no Devil Fruit. Who wins this fight? This shouldn't even be a debate. And that right there should tell you who is stronger. And it might seem unfair that I'm taking away Law's Devil Fruit, and it might seem like an unfair argument. No. Because guess what? If I take away Kaido's Devil Fruit and I put him against Zoro, Kaido is going to stomp on Zoro's head. If I take away Kaido's Devil Fruit and I put him against any of the top tiers, Kaido can still hold his own perfectly fine. He has strong ass haki, he has a lot of battle IQ, he knows what he's doing. If you take away Law's Devil Fruit, can you genuinely tell me that Law is stronger than Frankie? I'll wait. And I know, I sound blasphemous, I sound rude, I sound disrespectful. Think about this. If you take away Law's Devil Fruit, can he beat Frankie? Be real with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Can he beat Frankie? No. Like, you take away Law's Devil Fruit, what can he do? Does he know what haki is? I know he does, because obviously the Viver cards and, the Dressrosa situation, it did confirm that he knows what haki is, right? But his haki is so unused that he basically doesn't use it. Physically, he's not stronger than Frankie. Like, I'm talking physical strength, he's not stronger than Frankie. Durability wise, he's not more durable than Frankie. Actually, even with his Devil Fruit, he's not more durable than Frankie. That literally just doesn't make sense. Don't get me wrong, Frankie would probably get one-shotted by Kaido. Law would not get one-shotted, but I don't see Law beating Frankie in a 1v1 scenario with no Devil Fruit. I'm being serious. And that right there should tell you the difference, because even if Zoro was using one sword, and it doesn't even have to be Enma, even if Zoro was using Wado Ishimonji, he would destroy Frankie. So if you put a one sword style Zoro versus Law with no Devil Fruit, Law is getting absolutely fodderized. He's getting clapped, he's getting destroyed. It wouldn't even be close. And that right there should let you know, because if your only argument for Law is that Law has a powerful Devil Fruit, his AP is OP, that's a horrible argument. The only argument for Law is what he did against Big Mom in a 2v1 scenario. Those are the only arguments I ever hear for Law. And the reason is because nobody can make any other arguments. There's no other arguments to make because everything else, Zoro completely outclasses Law. It's not even close. Durability wise, he's more durable. Endurance, more endurance. Haki, are you kidding me? Sword skill, seriously? Like, let's be real about it. There's nothing that Law has besides his Devil Fruit that's superior to Zoro. Nothing. So again, like, I just wanted to make this video real quick to debunk all these horrible arguments I hear. If you guys think differently though, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. I love to hear you guys' opinions. I love to hear arguments. But yeah, I got another video coming out about chapter 1054. That is coming out very, very soon. So I decided to make this little video really quickly just to give y'all some content. But yeah, make sure you guys subscribe if you enjoy. Drop a like down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.